Greetings and salutations. Random, not so random thought. Not really a random thought. A random moment. Decided to pull some cards for the collective, and also been feeling called to develop more consistency. Not necessarily specifically with posting or social media, but just in the way that I'm showing up, and kind of recognizing a lot of the things that I've been feeling have been because I've been in this freeze state, and just taking that step to move outside of that, and to allow myself to show up in the ways that I've been wanting to, that maybe I just haven't been allowing myself to, and still unpacking and processing, all the ways that that is coming through, but wanting to develop more consistency in how I'm showing up, how I'm being of service to the collective, to myself as well, yeah, so oh, consistency. Yes, I was thinking, I was actually talking to my partner, and it's something that both of us in our own, things that we're working on and creating, and then also in the things that we're wanting to create together, and building that consistency, I think, within ourselves, and that helping to move things forward, and to, for me, feel, a little less stuck or standing still. There is this feeling of being able to recognize and acknowledge the patterns and the behaviors, and being able to look at them and recognizing the stories that I am creating, and recognizing all the things, and just moving into a space of actualization, and not just recognizing and acknowledging, but moving forward within, using that knowledge. But yeah, so one of the things that I was wanting to do, and as I'm saying it, I don't know if it's going to be as consistent necessarily, because I was thinking like Oracle Mondays and Tarot Tuesdays, and I guess for me that's not necessarily the consistency that I desire. It's more so the consistency in showing up, right? So recording this video in this moment when I feel called, and setting the intention to be in this space, on Mondays with my Oracle cards, and being able to show up here consistently, but also being open to honoring if something else feels in alignment in that moment, if showing up in a different way feels in alignment in that moment, kind of like right now. I came on with the intention of pulling a card and sharing that message that came through, and then kind of all of this is, what is coming through in the moment, but it's following the intention, following that just intuition and internal guidance, and letting that just kind of, go where it goes, and trust that. So yeah, I am still gonna pull a card for the collective, and I am setting the intention to show up more consistently within these spaces. I'm also doing a monthly community check-in, right? So it's just a Zoom call. There'll be meditation, conversation. It's just a safe space to really connect, to connect, to process, to see and to be seen, right? To bear witness and to be witnessed, right? In vulnerability, in our grief, our collective grief that we're experiencing right now, in our joy, because there's also joy within these moments, and sometimes it can be difficult to experience that joy, right? Feeling the guilt of knowing that while this joy is being experienced, there's so much that's happening in other places, you know, and being able to process through that and sit with that, and to recognize that our joy is sacred, right? But yes, I digress. Again, the intention is for more consistency, but yes, that space, the second Thursday of every month. So this Thursday, I will be doing so as well. Well, right now it is July something. I don't remember the date. Oh, today I think it was July 8th. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe the 7th. Could be the 7th. But yes, and today is Monday. So depending on when you are watching this video, it might be in the past, and then this does not apply to you. But next month, whatever month we're in, the second Thursday of every month is when that space shall be there. And I haven't really put it out too much. I haven't said too much about it, or been posting about it, so fair warning, you might join and it is just us. Right? And you know, that awkward moment where you join that Zoom call and you know, it's just you and that other person, and there's just this, you know, awkwardness. I'm here for it. I'm here for that awkwardness, right? Let's be awkward together, right? Let us build in community together, right? Let's connect. But yes, right now in this moment, pulling this card, setting the intention to call in a message in the greatest and highest good for all, right? What is it that we, the community, the collective, needs to hear in this moment, right? Yeah. Just pausing for a moment, just coming to your breath. Just dropping into the heart space, feeling into that light, that bright light that is within you. And just feel that light expand. Feel it grow. Feel it evolve. Feel that energy as it moves through your entire being. And just allow yourself to sit in this golden light for a moment. Just breathing that in. Setting the intention to be open to receive. Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Oop. Okay. I think perhaps this is it. Alright, so the ones that popped out: Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. High Priestess. Harness mystic power. Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Right? You know, sometimes healing information, sometimes medicine can come in a form that we might not find particularly palatable. You know, it might come in the form of another person, right? Reflecting or projecting different aspects of yourself, right? There's so many different ways that lessons are brought to us, and those lessons are medicine. Those lessons provide us information for healing, right? Sometimes people in our lives, right, they might have information or messages, ideas that can be healing if we allow ourselves to be open, right? If we allow ourselves to be open to receiving that information and not just immediately pushing it away. No, like hardline, no, I don't want to hear that. You know, allowing ourselves to be open, right? Discerning, right? But open. It's still that inner guidance that's going to guide you to where you're meant to go, what's in alignment for you, right? But allowing yourself to listen, right? To really listen deeply, you know? And I think that comes in with embracing the energy of peace, right? How can we embrace the energy of peace? I think a big part of that is allowing ourselves to listen, right? Listen to the pain of that person that you are in conflict with, right? Listen to the pain of those that you don't necessarily agree with, that you are vehemently opposed to, right? Recognize that the struggle, the anguish, the grief that you are feeling within yourself, others are feeling that as well, right? And this is not to say to allow people to continue to inflict harm, right? That's not that at all, right? I think accountability, holding people accountable is the greatest form of love that we can give, right? It is letting people know that I love you so much, right? And I recognize that there is so much more for you, right? So I'm gonna allow myself to hold you accountable in this moment, right? And to hold ourselves accountable, right? To recognize that every interaction is somehow a reflection, right? It is pointing us to something within. Our job, our responsibility is not to heal anyone else. It's not to change anyone else. It's to find a way to be in acceptance of who people are, right? And to allow them to come to, you know, the realizations that they need to come to in their own way, on their own path, right? It's not our responsibility to fix anyone, to change anyone, to heal anyone, right? We can be here as a support. We can be here as a loving, safe space for people to be held, right? But it's not our responsibility to change people's minds. That has to happen on their own. And sometimes it's when we allow ourselves to release that need to control, right? Release that need to change what is, right? And when we surrender and allow, that change happens, right? Because we're giving it space to happen, right? Sometimes when we're too close and we're trying to fix it and we're trying to, okay, we just need to adjust these things here, and smothering, right? So we have to allow ourselves to give that space, right? Give the space for things to grow. It's like the fish is never gonna grow bigger than the tank that it's in, right? So we have to expand that space in a sense, and then harness mystic power, you know, recognize that we are divine and powerful beings, right? Like we have been lied to, you know, our light, our power, our magic has been so deeply suppressed, right? And it's important that we allow ourselves to tap into that, to connect with nature, to connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, to connect with yourself, right? To sit in meditation and breathe, right? Feel the fullness of your being, feel the fullness of the energy that surrounds you, right? There is so much magic that is within each one of us, right? And just allow that to flow through, right? Trust in that. Yeah. Whew. I believe with that, I am complete. I was thinking I was going to read them, but I don't think so. I will take a picture of the readouts, so if anyone wants to read it, then I'll post that on my TikTok with the pictures and the message readouts. Yeah, but again, Medicine Guardian, High Priestess, Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Harness mystic power. Be open to healing information. Be open to seeing yourself. You know, be open to seeing yourself fully, because I think that's sometimes why we're not able to take certain information in, you know, because it's forcing us to really look at ourselves, right? To see ourselves clearly, and that can be hard. You know, it can be hard. You know, there's so many stories that we've created about ourselves that we have allowed other people to create about us, right? Unlearning those stories, you know, it's not easy. It can feel like almost having to let go of a part of your identity, you know, this identity that has been created, right? Yeah. So allowing ourselves to break free from that, break free from this idea that we are any specific thing, right? We are multi-dimensional beings, right? Multifaceted, multi-talented, everything, right? There is so much more to you than you're able to see right now in this moment. So just allowing yourself to really truly open to seeing yourself fully. But yeah. Whew. And with that, I believe in this moment I am complete. Sending so much love, light. Calling in peace, calling in love, calling in liberation for all beings in all places. All people are worthy of love, of peace, of freedom. And all people will receive that. And so it is.